Okay, I'm John, and I'm going through the Scrimba course to learn React. React is a JavaScript framework that I'm just learning, and I'm documenting the process via this video journal. Apparently, it helps your learning, and I'm going to try and teach what I've learned to try and help it stick in there. It never does. So let's get the banner up. Welcome to an introduction to React. So let's just get cracking with the course. Show you my screen. So what's inside this course? It's from Scrimba, Learn React Free, with a chap called Bob Zirol. The Ultimate React 101, the perfect starting point for any React beginner, which is what I am. I know JavaScript reasonably well, but never done React. So this is my journey through learning it. So let's, without further ado, let's get going. Helps if I hit play, doesn't it?
Hey there, and welcome to...
And the audio is not synced. Give me a second. Audio. It's coming out of the Mac. Rodecaster Pro. So hopefully you should hear it now.
the Learn React.
Nope. Rodecaster Pro. Right. 10th time lucky.
Module. I'm super excited you're joining me for this course because by the end, you'll have built not one, not two, but at least 8 projects using React. There's so many of them, I don't even have time to go over each one of them in detail right now. I could barely even fit them on this slide. So why are we doing so many projects? Well, it's because I designed the curriculum for this course to be project driven. In each of the sections, we will start with a goal project that we are working toward, and then we'll learn everything we need in order to build that project. Now, in order for that approach to actually work, I'm going to be asking a lot from you. So let's talk for just a bit on how you can get the most from this course. Just like everything in life, what you put into this course is what you will get out of it. Or as I like to say, my philosophy about learning is that the easiest way to learn something is to do it the hard way. In this course, I'm going to be asking you to do a lot of the work. For much of it, you'll have me there after each challenge to walk you through a solution, but for some of it, you won't. Either way, what I'm asking of you now is to avoid the trap of tutorial hell, where you end up passively watching me do all the work. Remember, this is not school. You're presumably here because you actually want to finish the course with the ability to write React code by yourself. School has taught a lot of us that the goal of learning is to get a good grade. In fact, I heard something really interesting that said that education is the only thing that humans try to get less out of than what they paid for. So don't let that be you in this course. If you really give it everything you've got, meaning you do all the challenges and projects, you're involved with the community, and you are an active participant in your own learning, I can promise that you'll probably finish off in a better spot than many students getting their degree in computer science. And I really don't say that lightly. Along those lines, remember that spaced learning and repetition are your best friends. Binging the course from beginning to end, even if you are doing all the assignments, is kind of like trying to run an ultra marathon without training. Your brain actually needs rest, so take breaks often. By taking this course, the goal isn't just to get to the end, it's to get to the end with some honest to goodness React skills. Then, after you come back to this course on maybe the next day, don't be afraid to rewatch some of the past lessons and even redo some of the past challenges, because repetition really is your best friend whenever you're trying to learn something new. So, what should you already know coming into this course? Before jumping into React, you should have a solid grasp of the fundamentals of web development, namely HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and preferably a pretty solid understanding of the new syntax that was introduced back in ECMAScript 6, ES6, and above. If you're feeling at all rusty on any of these topics, you can click the logo for each one of these, which will send you to another free course here on Scrimba, where you can brush up on those skills. My name is Bob Zirol. I'm going to be your instructor throughout this whole course. My username pretty much everywhere online is Bob Zirol, but these days I'm really most active on Twitter. You can click the Twitter icon to go to my profile if you want to follow me. That would be great. And so without any further delay, let's jump right in and start learning React.
Okay. Bold statement from Bob there. No, I don't want it to go on to the next page. Right. So my takeaways from that are rewatch lessons as and when they come in, if possible. If you need to reformulate your learning. Reformulate your learning. Is that the word? No. If you don't get something, rewatch the videos. A bold claim from Bob that it's going to be better than computer science. It's just my camera. So yeah, looks good. One thing else I'm going to show you now. Just going to remove that. So I'm just learning this. There we go. Right. So what this is I'll zoom in so you can see it a bit more. This is a learning curriculum which I've read is the best way to plan your learning to specific days. So if you look at these subjects here, this is the first section of the course, and I've created a Google sheet, and each subject I've added to its own row. And I'm planning to do all these today, which is Tuesday, the 26th of April. And as I'm going through each tutorial lesson, I'm logging it off as done. So I've just watched that. Add that to complete. Yes. And also what this is, again, I've read that if you try to teach people what you've just learnt, and if you can do it successfully, then it shows you've understood it. And it's a good way to reinforce your learning, to kind of get it to stick in your brain. So what this is, I'm going to do a video explainer at the end of each lesson, and I'm going to try and explain what I've just watched and to see if I've got it or not. So this is my way of logging my learning, I guess, a learning curriculum. So I've done it for these topics here, which I want to start learning. One's about whiskey. So I'm going to mark this as done. So these teaching lessons, my teachings are going to be screencasts like this. So that was the welcome to an introduction to React course done, and this is my very laboured first video, but you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? So that was that one. Let's end this broadcast now, and we'll move on. In fact, let's move on to the what we'll learn next. Could really do with another cam. No, we'll leave it there until I sort it out properly. All right, thanks for watching.